Hello there, YouTubes. This is Renetto. And, alright, I think I need to make a little update video for you because I feel like yesterday's video was a bit of a downer. I was in a weird place. I had to get it out, and I did, and you all suffered through it with me. Alright. What's happened since then? Well, I did get a hold of Amazon. Come to find out, that particular seller had done this before, and it says like scam, scam, scam. I don't know why that was the seller that they... I did check the reviews on the product, but I didn't check the reviews on the actual seller. And so when I called, they pointed it out. They were doing an investigation of the seller. There was literally 5 or 6 other people that received the exact same thing with a paper plate and all that kind of stuff. And then when they called the company, there was no one to talk to, etc. So I didn't have to go through any of that. Amazon just did it for me. They refunded my money. I ordered it from a reputable seller with a lot of good reviews of the seller, and hopefully the old seller will be gone. We'll see. So that audio interface kind of keeps me from plugging the stuff I have in and doing it all. So and hopefully it'll be here by Friday. That's the new date. So that's the update on that. A second update on I mentioned that I broke up yesterday with Cupcake. I mentioned that in the video that we had broken up the previous week, like on Friday. However, there is a little bit of an update. I posted the video. It was still uploading. I shot the video. It was uploading yesterday where I talked about it. And then out of nowhere, I get a message from Cupcake, and then she says, hey, you have some things of mine. I'd like to get them back sooner than later. And so I said, sure, let me bring them over. And so, you want to come in? Yeah. So we go sit down. I return her things. And I'm like, look, here's how I'm feeling. She's like, here's how I'm feeling. We both missed each other a lot. Like I said, it's mostly we're trying to figure it out. Well, we're not fighting. We're not hurting each other. We're not lying, cheating, saying a bunch of bad things. It's mostly just like her life, my life, what I'm doing, what she's doing, what she needs, what I need. It's relationship stuff. So, if we were hurting each other or being mean to each other, or she was lying to me or I was lying to her, that kind of cheating, lying, goofy stuff, like I wouldn't talk about it here online. It would probably be like, that's not cool. But I feel like what we're going through is human enough to talk about it without going into any details or embarrassing anybody or trying to make anybody feel right or wrong. Just to say that, it's a process, and I don't know how it'll all end. She doesn't know, but we do care for each other a lot, and we're trying to can we just rebalance our energy or our time or expectations, and can we get them in alignment with what we're needing? Maybe just a little bit of time and they'll fall into place and we'll be fine. Maybe we'll have to take a little break. I don't know. But it does affect me, because when I'm happy in a relationship, it does give me like a lot of joy and excitement to like give away, online to you guys. But when I'm feeling down, I kind of want to isolate, and I just don't want to talk. I want to say anything, and then I don't want to make videos. I guess it just like clouds my whole brain. And so I've been pretty happy in my relationship, with Cupcake. So it's given me like a way to come online and be happy and talk about things and share again or something. So it's all kind of related a little bit, but that's enough about that. I'm just saying, cross your fingers for us, whether it works out forever or not, that we can just be kind to each other, that we can love each other, hear each other, see each other, figure out if, how compatible or not we can be, or how we can move forward, and we'll figure it out. And if there's bits and pieces along the way that I think are interesting enough, I'll share them. All right, that was update number 2. Update number 3 is really what I've been wanting to do for the last couple videos, which was take you guys a little tour of my house, my property. I feel like I have already done this a lot through the Instagram and Facebook. If you guys follow me over there on those little stories, you know, I've been on there and ridden my bike over to, or done Facebook Live videos where I ride my bike over to my dad's house because he doesn't live far from here. My dad just recently got a new camper van. So you know I'm going to want to just go over there and have him show it to me. And you guys can meet Diane. My mother has passed about 5 years ago. And my dad has since remarried to an amazing woman, and I feel like everybody on Facebook and Instagram knows this because I share that stuff all the time, but I don't know if I brought you guys along, my YouTube family. So that's what I'm trying to do. So anyway, I'd love to take you guys over there and do one of those videos, and I can't wait to see the camper, so it'll be like a first, you know, be my reaction to see it for the first time, and you know, he'll give you the tour and you can find out a little bit about him. But yeah, so I have shared a lot of that here and there, but I'm just going to try to do, you know, not a super long video, but just let you know where I'm at, why I'm here, what the plans are, and what I'm doing next, maybe, because I tend to, things tend to change a lot for me. I have ideas, but I'm usually not like, I'm not like, I'm not usually deadline oriented. That's a good way to put it. It's just like, this is where I'm going. I'll get there when I get there, you know? So, all right. I'm going to kind of step out of the house and we'll start outside and I'll let you know. I'll let you know what's going on here in just a second. All right. Oh, Ricky Rick is back. Isn't my neighbor Rick great? Ricky Rick is the kind of neighbor everybody wants to have. He's kept an eye on this house for many, many years. There is a woman who has recently died. Her name was Betty, and she lived in that house right there, and her husband. And Betty and her husband have at one time, because they're both passed now, well, I'll explain that in a second, but they had the keys to all of the homes on this dead-end little road right off of one of the main streets in the small town of Zephyr Hills. And as you can see, Rick is on the dead end, and this home was owned by my grandfather, and I came here as a child. I have a photo of me and my brother right here with a big piece of plywood and a dead cat. Like, we had found the cat and slid it on, and we were carrying it up here to show it to our grandpa and say, you know, what should we do? We should bury this cat or whatever. And they took a picture, and there's this picture of me and my brother like walking with this thing right here. I have pictures of, you know, I'm talking like 6 years old kind of stuff. Maybe 5, 6, 7. I have pictures of other relatives, my cousin Tasha and my grandpa and Thelma, his wife. And they're basically standing right here, and you can see how little this tree is. So this property, my uncles would come down to. My family's from Ohio and West Virginia and Ohio, I should say. My grandfather lived in West Virginia, had a couple homes, and this was his summer house. And Zephyr Hills, he's a hillbilly from the mountains of West Virginia, and Florida is very flat. But there just happens to be just a tiny little bit of a rolling little bit of a hill area around here, which is, there's no elevation in the, you know, maybe way up, you know, getting close to the Georgia or something, but I'm saying down here in Florida, it's just flat. Zephyr Hills. Okay, I know I'm rambling a bit, but that's all right. Hey! Rick, you got your hat on.
Of course I do.
Oh, wait a minute. Have you seen the video yet that you were in?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
What'd you think about it?
That was all right, man. You're a hell of a videographer, man.
You
or
think
a
so?
vlogger. Yeah, man.
That hat does look good on you.
Why, thank you.
Now, you know, there was a section that we talked that got cut out of the video yesterday.
Yeah,
that we were talking about neighbors and everybody doing their own thing. And it actually got cut out. And I was literally going to talk about that again. But you're here. We might as well talk about it again right now.
Can we not? Because I'm in the middle of something.
Oh,
right
yes.
now,
No, yes. I'm going to tell the story. You'll see it tomorrow if you watch the video. I'll tell the story myself.
I'll watch it, man. I'll watch it.
All right, brother. I didn't mean to keep you.
Oh, no worries, man. Hey, keep on trumping.
I was literally talking about you and my grandpa and how you kept an eye on the property. How many years have you kept an eye on this property?
Since 05, I've been coming over from the East Coast. And then we moved over here in 12, I think it was.
Yep.
And so I was watching it from the Vincents because they're related to my wife. So,
yeah.
And that's how we all got to know each other, and they remembered them from when they were younger, and it was like, well, wow.
Yeah.
And your cousin Billy was friends with Steve back in that day,
Yeah.
I guess.
And then my uncle Bill, and then his son and all that. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
all right, I didn't mean to keep you.
So like yours, this has been in the family a long time.
Nice.
I kind of married into this one.
Yeah. So Betty had the keys to all of the homes. Most of the people that lived here lived other places, and these were summer houses or winter houses. Yeah. 04 is when you showed up down here? Yep. Yep.
So Steve said, hey, can you do me a favor? Because he was up in Michigan. And I said, yeah, I can do that.
Thank you. So yeah, so I have a couple uncles near the end of their lives just kind of stopped coming here. And when I got separated with Andrea about 5 years ago, I showed up down here in Florida dating a woman, which you will probably eventually meet. And she's still in my life. Not dating, well, it's complicated. So anyway, I started basically coming over here to the house. Nobody had been at this house in several years. And I came over to take a look and realized that, oh man. I realized that the ceiling was kind of caving in a little bit in some of the house. And, it just had old carpet and things. And it was nice and clean and neat and as good as it could be. But it was literally just very old, very dated. People hadn't been there in several years. And there wasn't really anybody planning on coming back, and the last relative that was kind of paying the taxes passed on, and basically I just kind of took over the property. I don't own the property. About 14 people in my family are, including my mother, is on the deed. Literally, I think there are 14 people. So the house is not actually worth a ton of money or anything. I mean, it might be someday or something, but it's not now. And so I've just been like the caretaker of the Zephyr Hills property, just like my Uncle Bill was. And just like when my grandfather and then Uncle Bill kind of became, and then I guess I'm the new Uncle Bill. I don't know. But I have had a few visitors from the family that come down here. And yeah. And so I just haven't left. So back here is a pickup truck of mine. I've had this, the Burning Man. I think I still have my Burning Man sticker on it. The transmission is out, and it ran fine and all that kind of stuff. But the transmission went out. The heat has started to cause this to just sink. But the transmission went out, and my neighbor offered to fix it for me. We pulled it all apart, and bought a transmission, which is sitting right over underneath his carport. And this was a couple years ago. And he got into it and decided he couldn't do it all. And I said, okay. And it's just been sitting there. This is a stump grinder that I brought from Ohio. I am getting ready to sell this. This has got to be worth $4,000 or $5,000 easily. But yeah, this is my well. I have the best water in the world. This is a whole nother story. This is a problem. This is broken. When I need water, I have to pull this up. You can see these, you see those little, how those are kind of charred right there. I need to kind of replace them. So when my water's not working in the house, I literally come out and tap this like this, watch. And that's how I get water in the house when it stops working occasionally. You see now it'll start like it's probably reflushing or refilling the tank of the toilet, and it'll kick on and off. But eventually it'll just kind of stop working and I'll have to come out and hit it again. You guys remember the Love Lounge? I don't know if you were following videos. It's still taped on here. It never came off. I've ruined this trailer. I use it for a storage unit, but I had all this tape and colors that said Love Lounge, and I took this to the Burning Man event, and wow, what an amazing experience that was. And now I've just, you know, it's just full of my stuff. And this is my dad's camper. He moved down here after my mom died and started dating a woman. This is 31 feet long. Started dating a woman named Diane. She lived in a little trailer park. A lot of people do down here. They just put a, you know, thing around it and put it up on jacks and put little porches and build sheds on the back. You know, a lot of people live in things like this down here. So I have not been in here since Noah left. Noah ended up living here. Wonder what all this stuff is. And now it's kind of dark in here. But this is a pop out, so that's why it looks kind of big in here, because this is popped out, obviously. And it's probably but yeah, there's like a refrigerator and freezer, microwave, stove, sink. I mean, everything you need. Food still in here, some red peppers. Okay, well, I didn't even know there was food over here. I haven't been here in a long time, months. Yeah, I haven't been able to come over here. I've been a little bit sad about Noah being gone. You know, like walking, I can walk to here with you guys because I'm not by myself, you know. But I miss my boy. Glad this wide angle lens is on. It's actually making it possible. So, yeah. But my dad is selling the camper because Noah's not here. Nobody really needs it. Nobody ever comes down here and visits me anyway. If they did, I'd just give them my bed and sleep out in the living room, you know? Like, so I'm probably going to use this as a staging place for everything in my house, because everything in my house is getting ready to come out of my house. I'll just leave that. Everything's getting ready to come out, and I'm getting ready to gut and remodel some things. All right, so what do we have here with the actual house? I have been parking my van underneath here, which is nice because of the summer rains. But truthfully, this is, I had started, you can kind of see this perimeter where I'd started flattening this out, and I was going to put some gravel in here and make, you know, like a proper driveway, and then basically landscape all over there. I kind of raised this area. You can kind of see I was just going to landscape, and then, you know, put up a fence and then kind of privacy fence the back and do that. I have this idea of putting like a trellis across here with plants, just like the whole house just has a green wall. I really want it to just be very overgrown. So anyway, I have some plans. That's what some of this lumber is for some posts and things. And obviously I'd like to put like a fire pit and a hot tub out here, you know, have it come off the back of the house, and a little fire pit and a hot tub, and, you know, privacy fence, a little garden if the camper's not there. And I'm going to sell the truck. All right, well, that's enough about that. So this is where it gets a little more depressing. The house itself is kind of filthy, you know, like it's hard to keep clean. The dust from all that over there just covers the walls constantly. I have really, there's no reason to have this glass here, and so some pieces are broken, and the reason I'm not replacing because I'm actually going to take the whole window out so that it's like, you know, like I was even going to put like raise it about this high and put like a little bar there. So when you're out here or inside, you could sit either way, and this is just a big opening, and you could set drinks or planters or something on here. And you know, just think of this more as, you know, right here, that's open since it's all covered and everything. And anyway, so there's this beautiful ceiling in here. I did put that ceiling fan in there. But this is the original door. When it gets really humid, it swells, and it's not sticking too bad right now. But okay, so there used to be a flat ceiling just like in my bedroom and in the bathroom all the way across here. And when I got here and had all these issues with this air conditioner is going to be replaced. The cover actually broke off, and I'm putting a mini split in here. I'll explain in a second, but that's why it looks so bad, and it's okay. It's, you know, not permanent. But when I got in there and looked at what had been happening in the ceiling tiles, I was like, you know, we could just knock all that stuff out and then go ahead and insulate the whole, you know, top, which had never been insulated before. And, you know, that took a while. That was a big project. And now, you know, I think it looks great in here. This was, you know, obviously that wasn't there because this was flat. And then there was just like a doorway right here. And then we just opened all of that up. And, yeah, so there used to be 2 bedrooms. A door here went into a bedroom, and then a door, you know, here into this bedroom. 2 bedrooms, and then the bathroom, you know, essentially off from the living room. This little little closet area right here. So, my beautiful longboard. Ooh. Okay, so, but unless you have air conditioning units in all of the windows, it's super hot in there. So I have one air conditioning unit, and I have a fan blowing in there, and I have this just for privacy because that's where I'm sleeping. And if I'm just laying there sleeping, someone, you know, I don't even have any curtains or anything, someone just walks up, you know, just staring at me. So I just kind of put that there. So this used to be a door into a bedroom. Now this fan circulates air, and it actually blows back out here. It kind of does a loop because, as you've seen me walk in and out a little bit, this is where the closet used to be in this bedroom. And that was a wall. So I still have the closet a little bit here on each side. But where the wall is, I just cut it out, and now I can go into this bedroom. So as you can see, this room, and you know, you are looking in the wide angle lens, like this is about 10 feet. It's really not very big at all. I'm gonna put it back on the wide angle just so you can see more. So the bed had to either be like right here, and the door would almost hit the bed, or bed was in the corner and the door would come open. There was a little corner thing right here, you know, a little thing in the corner, just enough room to walk around the edge of the bed, and this little closet, which is, it's kind of dark in there, but it's got a little shelf, and it's just, you know, it's as deep as this is. Right back there's covers, and there's some clothes hanging there. And, yeah, and then this is the ceiling, this asbestos tile-y thing. That was the same ceiling that went all the way across the whole house and into that room. I did take those tiles off the ceiling, and painted, you know, sanded, painted, tried to make this look nice. But what happened was there must have been moisture in the board, and the paint just started like popping and peeling. So I need to sand it, and you know, there's products to solve that, Kills or something, or I don't know, and it won't. But I thought, well, why don't I just scrape all that stuff off? And that's what these things are for right here. So it's going to kind of cosmetically fix the ceiling, these acoustic squares. It'll also look kind of cool and help kind of control the light and some of the sound in here. So cosmetically, I think that'll look cool. And it's kind of fixing a problem with the paint peeling. Okay, so anyway, so I had this idea. Why have this 2-bedroom house? It's really too small for 2 bedrooms. I mean, a couple could live here. And obviously, sorry, I'll finish that up, and then I'll finish the video up. So I do have some shelving here. I can't do it with one hand, I don't think. I basically put some shelves here. I'm actually thinking about getting rid of this and even the stove, because I just want to cook on like a hot plate. It's a long story. I'm getting bored of the video myself because I'm getting irritated with all the things that need to be done. And if you notice, I don't have a refrigerator. It's actually out in this little area here where the washer and dryer is. But you see how like dirty everything is, and that's my fault. I mean, I just gets dirty, and so yeah. But I don't really have that many things in my refrigerator or freezer, so I think I can just get away with having this and just turn that one off out there. So, and right now I'm not using it, it's not even plugged in. So I'm just saying, I'm trying to figure out exactly how I want to live here. I really like things simple and minimal, so less is more. So I thought, well, why not have one big bedroom with a bathroom attached, then 2 separate rooms that one is a decent size, yes. This one's almost so small it's not useful. You know, and then even there in this bedroom, you still have to go out of that door and into the bathroom and then back in, you know. So, because there was no door there, that's just a doorway. So I said, well, what if took that door out, took the frame out. Hold on a second. What if we just, I mean, the room's a lot more useful without a door there. So pretend, just cover it up. Just drywall it, cover it up. So there's no door. There's just a solid wall. I can decorate, you know, a big piece of furniture, couch, L-shaped thing. That's why there's power on the wall right here, because the TV was meant to be mounted up on the wall right there. But that was when there used to be a room here. Now I don't know if you know, I don't even know if I want a TV in here, if I even care. But I have a little bit of room to work with. It's nice and open. And underneath of this painting is an attic space that you can get up in there, you know, about 5 feet in the middle and gets low in this. But basically underneath this room and this room, there's all storage up there. And there was no storage here at all. There was no access to it. So yeah, there is now. So that's kind of cool and practical. Okay, so then the last thing is, you can see where I'm going with it. So this becomes my door. This is the one bedroom door. So this would have like maybe a sliding door right here that would slide across, open up, and then there would be a bathroom in my bedroom. But this really isn't my bedroom. This is like my office, my studio. The bedroom is back here. So this is essentially like a suite, and I don't call this my bedroom. I call it my room bed. So I've decided to just build a platform. I already have the plywood and everything in that shed out, or in the trailer. And I don't need the 2 mattresses. I just have that many. But basically these two together will cover perfectly the width of the room. Take that one out and put it, put it away. Or slide it underneath as a spare mattress to pull out later or something. But put a platform right here. Just a real simple platform that's all the way back, solid all the way across. Bed, a ginormous bed all the way across. And there's just enough room, as you can see, at the foot of the bed. And, I mean, what else does there need to be? And then I can shut this for privacy if I needed it. But there'll also be a door here I can shut. I can also leave that open, leave the bathroom open, leave the quote-unquote studio office open, and then have this shut. But I need air conditioning in here. So I need to put like one of those little mini split things above this window to cool this, the room bed and office suite and bathroom. And then put one up here, and it cools all of this part of the house. So if I block up the wall before I can get the new air conditioning units, I'm suffocating in there. Unless I put noisy air conditioning units, which I'd rather just put that money into the mini splits. So that's tricky. The bathroom is very old. It's very dated. It's very gross. Mostly, that's not as bad as what you think is the toilet there, but mostly what's happening is this is all coming out. And so instead of like obsessing about fixing and cleaning things, I know this all has to come out. And I'm going to get rid of the tub and just turn it into, basically just a piece of glass, a walk-in shower. Just walk in. The toilet would be here, maybe the sink in there. It all matches in a big mirror or something. But you can see like this wall is literally like, you don't even want to know what's going on around here. Yeah, it's scary. So instead of trying to just clean everything and make everything perfect, I just look, this is all just getting gutted as soon as I have the time, the energy, the money. And, but as you all remember, this isn't like a home, like I'm investing in it or I make money in it or I'll make money back. It's literally just, it's to improve my quality of life and make this house better than it was when I got here. And I don't, I think I can stay here for as long as I want. It's just that, at some point I may want to move, and I don't know who would take it over next, or maybe the family would sell it. But like half the people on the deed are dead, and it would actually cost a lot of money to fix that. I've looked into it a couple of times to just wonder if we could just clean it up and figure it out. But I mean, the truth is, I'm not trying to I'm just happy to be here. I'm not trying to make anything. I don't care about putting money into it or time, just because I love the quality of life that I have here. So it's fine. I'm just saying it's not like a normal project or a normal house where I feel like I got to hurry and do this and do that and figure everything out and then worry about it. Like, it's just all about just loving the house and loving being here, and a little bit at a time doing things to it that I'm really excited about when I can. So I've been more motivated lately to do that as I've been kind of making these videos, and I think just making videos talking about it helped me kind of get moving again. But I do have some other issues, like some other things I gotta deal with. Okay, I think that's about enough.